Hi there friends, greetings, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really exciting video. We're going to be talking about the Costco ready to eat meals, those already prepared packaged meals that are ready to go that you can find in the deli section at your local Costco. I picked up 10 meals over the course of this past year, and today we're going to be reviewing them. I'm going to be talking about the price of them, how the taste was, and if they were actually worth picking up. So if you're interested in that, stick around and let's see if they are worth the hype. Okay, so I'm getting ready to make this meatloaf and mashed potatoes. So per the instructions, this is gonna be in the oven for about 60 to 70 minutes. So just be prepared, it's gonna be in there for a long time. So I need to put this onto a cookie sheet and then cover this up with foil. So we'll see how much this makes. I tried to get the heaviest that they offered, which is 4.2 pounds. So we'll see how this turns out. I am going to make some sides, like some Brussels sprouts, and I do have some garlic bread that I got from Costco too. So we're going to try all of this, and we'll see how much food this makes for our family. Here is our meal for tonight. I just pulled these guys off of the stovetop, which is why it is sizzling, ready to go. The meatloaf, I can't tell if this is already pre-sliced or not. I need to dig into that and then give that a good stir because there was some little butter pats on top. And then the garlic bread that I got from Costco warmed that up as well. So I'm going to serve this up and we'll see how this meal feeds us. So before I get into my review of this meatloaf, I just wanted to clarify that we are a family of 5, so it's me and my husband, and we do have 3 kids, a 12-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 4-year-old. So all of these meals that you're going to see in today's video, they need to be able to feed us, essentially, and make us full for dinner. So as far as this meatloaf goes, my kids and myself really love it. Now, here's the thing. I have a meatloaf recipe that my kids absolutely love because of the glaze. So we are a big glazed meatloaf people. I know some people do not enjoy that type of glaze. This, in my opinion, was a really good glaze. The mashed potatoes were very creamy, actually. So I was pleasantly surprised. And for under $17, I thought this was a really good steal. The meatloaf I was able to cut up into 7 slices. So this was actually pretty filling for my family. My husband is obviously a really big eater. So is my 12-year-old. And everybody ate it up. So they really enjoyed it. I would say that we would absolutely get this again. In fact, my mom recently bought this for us and my kids yet again ate everything. Now, is it cheaper to make this yourself? Absolutely. It's going to be way cheaper. However, the time that you will save is incredible. So for the price, I would say absolutely give this a try. I bought this today from Costco. This is the chicken street tacos. And we're going to have leftovers. I didn't think there was going to be enough leftovers, so this is probably the perfect time to have this, which, by the way, this is a TikTok chicken and rice recipe, which is delicious. There's not much left of it. Same with tri-tip that we had last night with mashed potatoes and some homemade dinner rolls. So I thought this would be a good time to have this. So in here we have some marinated chicken. And it smells really, really good. Definitely there's some Mexican spices on there. A container of salsa. We have some salsa in the fridge. We'll give that a try though. We're kind of picky with salsa. Some cilantro lime crema.
Cheese?
Yep, cheese. Some limes with some cabbage on the bottom. And then a little package of flour tortillas. How many tortillas? And there's 12 corn tortillas. So I don't know if you can really read that, but at the very top it says heat tortillas and chicken to 165 degrees and top with condiments. So that is literally all you have to do. So we're gonna have just kind of a smorgasbord here going on for dinner tonight. Gonna warm that up and then just warm these lightly on the stove. So I'm gonna put the chicken in here, okay?
Where? No more?
There's a ton of chicken in here. This filled up one of our bowls. So I'm gonna actually heat this up in the microwave right now for a couple of minutes and get the tortillas going. I'm just gonna use this nonstick skillet to throw a couple in here. Ooh, just pulled that out. That smells so good. Like, the chicken smells very good. I think there's like some chipotle seasoning or something because it has a smoky flavor to it. It smells good. Probably get 3 in there. I need to get one of those like flat skillets. I could do it on the burner too. I might do that for a couple of them actually back here. I know, what's wrong with him?
Very hot. Very good.
Hot. My husband loves burnt like that, like loves tortillas like that. This meal right here was a major winner for us. All of the kids enjoyed it. The seasoning on the chicken itself was very mild, but still very flavorful. So anybody can eat this. Now, we didn't like the salsa. That was the one thing we didn't like, but we are very picky salsa eaters. The cilantro lime crema was a great addition. I do wish there was more of the topping, like more cabbage, but very good. But I will say this, a week later, these got recalled and I got nervous, but it all ended up being great. I called them just to confirm that what do we do with a recalled item like this? And they did say that if an item gets recalled after you've eaten it, even if it's been a week or so, like in our case, bring your receipt in and they will give you a refund. So essentially this meal was free, but nobody got sick, thank goodness. But would we get this again? Absolutely. So we are getting ready to eat dinner tonight, and we're also gonna have like a bunch of leftovers too, just kind of cleaning out our fridge. But we are gonna have this too in case there's not enough leftovers. And I had to wrap this because I accidentally dropped it when I was bringing it in. So I wanted to make sure that, I mean, everything stayed in here, but the lid broke. So I was very lucky. Okay, so this is the Gyro Kit. So when I take that off, let me see, what does it say on here? So here are the instructions. It says to preheat a skillet to medium high, and then I'm gonna, I guess, warm the meat up in the skillet and then also warm up the pita bread. We have a ton of the gyro meat and then a little like side salad. Open this guy up. I see cucumbers and tomatoes and onions, so as just like little toppings. And then some feta cheese in here. And then 2 containers of tzatziki sauce, a bunch of romaine lettuce, and then 6 pita bread in here. So I'm going to heat up all this meat. There looks like quite a bit of meat in here. And if I wanted to, I could cut up additional like cucumbers and tomatoes that I have on hand, because I did go to Costco, obviously, to not only buy this, but all of our other groceries. But there's probably gonna be enough here. So I'm gonna start heating this up. I don't think I need to throw any type of like oil in here or anything, but all the meat is gonna go in here. Quite a bit of meat, I will say that. All right, so now we're just gonna, I guess, rewarm this, and then I could toast some of the pita bread on the other burners. Actually, my oven is kind of warm because I was just doing some cooking, so I think I'm just gonna throw them in the oven to warm up. So down in here, and I'm just gonna put them directly on. That's how I make them. I always just throw them directly onto my oven rack. I don't do anything special. So those are in there, and then I'll let this warm up. Here is that meat. I'm pulling it off. It looks so good. It smells really good too. So nice and warmed up. So let's make one of these guys. I left the others in the oven because it's still warm and I want them to stay warm. So here we go, let's build one. Add some gyro meat, some romaine. Add in some of that little tomato cucumber relish, I guess you could say. I'm gonna add some onions to mine because that sounds really good. I love that they kept the onions separate because not everyone likes red onion. I'm gonna mix this up. Doesn't smell like tzatziki sauce, but I don't really smell tzatziki at all. But when I make it, I use a ton of cucumbers. Some of that. And of course, some feta crumbles. Looks really good. Cannot wait to try it. This was delicious. The meat looks really dry on camera, but in real life, it was very tender and very moist. I do wish there was more pita though. There was a ton of meat, but just not enough pita. And we do like the addition of the sides. And yes, we would get this again. I am getting ready to stick this in the oven. These are stuffed bell peppers with ground beef and rice. I have to cook these for about 50 to 60 minutes at 400 degrees. That is it. I'm gonna serve this up with some veggies, maybe a side salad or something, but I'm very excited to give these a try. I'm gonna see what my kids are gonna think about this. That's the most important part about this, but it looks pretty darn good. I've never made these before. I've never given them to my kids before. So this is a perfect opportunity to give these guys a try.
Ooh, yummy chicken.
Yummy chicken. It's beef.
Beef, I like chicken.
Looks like chicken?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how that is, but okay. Here we go. They are all cooked. This was about 55 minutes in the oven. And it was in the center rack. These look really good, so I'm gonna serve these up. Let's see what the family thinks about them. So if I had to give these a grade of like from a 0 to a 10, I would probably put these like at a 6 or a 7, only because the meat itself was a little dry and not heavily flavored or heavily seasoned. I did have some avocados on the top just to add like some more creaminess to it. And I did go back and add some salsa to mine. Next time I would probably even cook them maybe longer if I were to buy them again. My kids actually really enjoyed them. My daughter kept calling this chicken and she didn't like the bell pepper, which I kind of already knew she wouldn't, but she did eat the filling. I don't think I would get these again. I think now I would probably make them because I know I can make them for way cheaper and I would make the filling exactly how we would eat them. I've always seen them before stocked at Costco and wondered about them, so I am glad that I did decide to give them a try and purchase them, but probably would not get it again though. I am very excited to give these wraps a try. I've never seen them before and they actually came at the most perfect time because tomorrow I'm actually going on a field trip with my son to the beach. So this is the perfect opportunity to not really have to make much of a lunch tomorrow. I'll just bring one of these guys with me. But I am gonna have one of them right now for lunch and I wanna give this a try. It kind of looks like a chipotle mayo, but I don't know. We'll see what this is. And then the other two, they're gonna be for my husband's lunches. Again, I've never seen them. Let me know if you guys have these like regularly in your Costco. Ooh, it smells really good, so. Ooh, looks really good too. Yum, okay. And then this, what is this called? Oh, okay, so this is sun-dried tomato spread. Okay, so I thought it was chipotle mayo. It is not. It's sun-dried tomato, which actually makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna make this for my lunch right now. Well, it's already made, but I'm gonna have like some more veggies on the side. And I'm just gonna make a little side salad. So I should mention there's only 4 wraps in here. So it doesn't make sense for like maybe a family of more than 4 people or even a family of 4, especially if you have a guy that's like super hungry, eats quite a bit. It may not be as filling. I'm saying that now because I have, just by looking at it, it doesn't look like it would feed many people. And for the price, this is $16.25. Might be more cost efficient to get something else, something that will feed a lot more people. But again, I have not tried these and maybe these are way more filling than I'm thinking. Yum. I'm gonna just put a little bit of that spread on the side because I don't like too much spread, like mayo, mustard, that kind of stuff on it. Not too much. Oh wow, it does smell really good though. So I'll just do like a tablespoon or so over here just to give it a try. These ended up being way better than anticipated and very filling. So definitely one absolutely filled me up. So if you break it down, there's 4 wraps in here. It's $16.25. This is a little over $4 per wrap, which is a great price. And they were great the next day, not even soggy. Getting these again. So this is going to be our dinner tonight. It's the enchilada bake with rotisserie chicken. So you're supposed to bake it at 400 degrees in the center of the oven for 50 to 60 minutes. So I'm going to do that right now. I was very hopeful for this to turn out good. It smelled delicious whenever I pulled it out of the oven and started plating it up for my family. But once we tried it, it was not what I was hoping for. I do have an enchilada recipe that I make pretty frequently. It's not authentic at all, but it is so delicious. Way better than this. Much cheaper. Now, there is a lot of filling in here. There is pinto beans, black beans, there's corn, bell peppers, and of course chicken. One of my gripes about this was that they just like kind of threw big chunks. I mean, look at that chunk of chicken. They didn't even bother like shredding it up or anything, which I mean, I guess that's a good value because you're getting a ton of chicken, but the taste just wasn't there. It was a little dried. I even baked it at the 50-minute mark because that's what I was most concerned about, was it drying out. I'm not going to be purchasing this again. My kids weren't really a fan of it either. So this is a do not buy, at least for us. All right, so I'm getting ready to make dinner. I have my tri-tips over here already seasoned, just waiting for the grill to get hot. But I need to put this guy in the oven because this takes about 40 to 60 minutes per the instructions. At 400 degrees, I need to remove the plastic covering and then cover it up with foil and put it in there. So that's all I have to do. I don't remember if we've ever tried this before. I want to say yes, maybe like many years ago. But it looks really, really good. Looks like it's going to be creamy. So I'm going to move this to a cookie sheet and cover it with foil. Alright, cookie sheet. Cover it with foil, and I'm going to set the timer. I'm probably going to give it like 45 minutes and then check it. Alright, here we go. Okay, so I just pulled this out. I took the foil off so it wouldn't be so loud, but it looks really good. I think what I'm going to do though is stick it back into the oven and let it really cook down a little bit more, like the cheese on top here, maybe for like 5 minutes or so, and then it should be perfect. So I'm actually going to put the broiler on for a couple minutes because it's not really melting down like quite the way I wanted it to, so maybe like 3 minutes under the broiler. Alright, that looks exactly the way I wanted it, just a little bit browner on the top and super bubbly on the sides. That looks really good. Tri-tip is resting right now, so we have maybe about 5 to 10 minutes until we can dig into this. This mac and cheese is made with cavatappi noodles, which I think is a great noodle for mac and cheese. I think I have tried this before, but I vaguely remember it looking different, and I think they used to use a different type of pasta, if I remember correctly, like shells or something. I can't remember. I would probably give this a solid 5. Like, it was fine. There was nothing like to write home about, but there's definitely some things I would do to make this better. Like, I would add in some seasonings, like some ground mustard and pepper, some heavy cream just to make it creamier. But guys, for the price, it's $11 for 3.7 pounds. That's a really good price. So if you kind of altered it a little bit, I think it would go from a 5 to an easy 8. Dinner ready, so this is what I picked up from Costco. We are going to be having the beef and pork meatballs with pasta and sauce. It was $19.33 and it's 4.30 pounds, so pretty good. I am going to pair this with some broccoli and maybe, I don't know, a side salad in case we need more food. But this seems pretty substantial. Now, there is only 6 meatballs in here. We usually definitely way more than 6 meatballs when we're eating some type of meatball dish. But this looks good. It smells really good too. So to cook this, I have to put this in a 400-degree oven and place it on a cookie sheet, I believe, cover it with foil for about 50 minutes. So I'm going to do that right now. All right, so here it is after it's been in the oven for 50 minutes. I do believe it's completely warmed through. It smells phenomenal. So I'm just going to heat up my broccoli real quick while I allow this to cool down for a second and then serve it up. Okay, let's move a meatball over just so we can see. They're pretty big meatballs. My daughter's hungry. She's ready for this. At first I thought this was penne pasta, but it looks like, is this, I don't know what kind of pasta this is. Looks like fat rigatoni. They're like tubular, but I don't know. Let me know what kind of pasta this is if you guys know. Alright, yes, you can have some too. And here's what the inside of the meatballs look like. Whoa.
Cool.
Okay, so I'll save that. My boys will definitely have their own meatball. And my husband is at his softball game, so he will have this, I think, when he gets home. Boxed wine cab, super good from Costco as well. The meatballs, they're okay, they're decent. I feel like, I don't know, like they're any other type of frozen meatball. My kids actually really love them. They ate all the meatballs. But the pasta, the sauce, I'm not a fan of the sauce. It's not very flavorful. I think the Costco cab will help this out, but the pasta sauce to me tastes literally just like watered down tomato sauce with no seasonings. Like, there's no flavor to it in my opinion. The pasta's okay. You know, the pasta tastes fine, but that sauce is throwing everything off in my opinion. But overall, in general, if you're just wanting something quick on the table, your kids are probably going to really enjoy this. But if you're an adult who has a more refined, I guess you could say, a taste, it may not be something up your alley. But again, for under 20 bucks, you can get this on the table in under an hour with nothing else needed to do. So I mean, I can't complain that much. And I am going to continue eating this though because I am still hungry. So I texted my husband saying he may not like the meatballs, but the kids are eating them up. But you can tell that there's pasta still left over on this plate. He's slowly eating the pasta, but is requesting more meatballs. He ate it all up because he's a growing boy. So I guess the meatballs were more of a winner. The kids really did enjoy that. I picked up the chicken pot pie. Believe it or not, I've never actually tried the Costco one. Now I know people rave about it all the time. This is the only pie I've never tried at Costco, so gonna give it a go tonight. And per the instructions, you guys, these are like the smallest instructions ever, but basically preheat the oven at 375, place this on like a baking sheet, put it in the middle of the oven and let it bake for an hour and a half, I think it says. So it's kind of a long time, but I'm sure it'll be worth it just because of all the hype that I've heard about it. So very much looking forward to giving this a try. So give me some insight. What do you serve with chicken pot pie? I don't think I've ever even had it in a restaurant before. I know I've had it, I just can't remember where. But let me know, do you do like a side salad with this? Because there's I'm assuming a bunch of vegetables in here. But what do you guys serve it with? Tell me, please let me know. This is one heavy pie, like it's very heavy. How much does this weigh? This is 5.5 pounds of pot pie. That's incredible. Holy smokes, I'm so looking forward to trying this and how easy. Ooh.
Yummy.
Yum. Look at that. Pie, chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie?
Yep, we're gonna give it a try, okay?
Okay.
I decided to let this sit for like 20 minutes, a little bit longer. Hopefully that's long enough. I'm gonna cut into it. This is humongous.
I was actually hoping for like a
real pie? I know. It smelled like a real pie. Even Adelaide thought it was like pie. Ooh. That looks pretty good. Give that a go. Definitely need some hot sauce.
Okay.
You want actual pie now?
Yeah.
I won't be able to whip one up right now. Dang, do they even bother to cut the carrots? There's like actual, like baby carrots? See that big old carrot I pulled out? I mean, I know they use all the ingredients that are at Costco, but they could have cut these. I was trying to keep some of our conversation in the video, but it was just so loud. But if you guys heard, my husband was hoping that this was going to be a real like fruit dessert pie or something. And he just proceeded to talk about that the entire time, about what type of pie I should make next. But anyway, so our thoughts. We actually really enjoyed this. We obviously could not finish this in one sitting. We ate half of this for one night and then had it the next night. I was a little concerned that my kids were not going to eat it the next night, but you know what? They were actually very happy about it, and it was better the next day. I would probably not get this in the summer. This is when I purchased it. I believe this was like August or September, but this would make for a great winter dinner. So this is a thumbs up for sure. I do wish they would cut those carrots up though. So this right here is actually not on any of my recent Costco hauls. I actually had to go into Costco to drop off a cake form for my son's birthday party. And while I was there, I decided just to peruse the ready to eat section really quick before I decided to edit the video. And these were here and I decided, you know what, let's just make tonight easy. So I decided to grab this. This is chilled seasoned drumsticks. Now I do have to bake these in the oven. These come with some type of dipping sauce here. I need 2 hands to open this, but we're going to have this for dinner tonight with probably like rice pilaf and vegetables, something really, really easy. So upon taking a closer look at the instructions, I have to like use the flashlight on my phone to read this, but I believe these are already cooked because I only have to cook these for 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm thinking that we're just reheating these seasoned drumsticks. And I tried to smell this. It might be like some type of ranch dipping sauce. And I'm assuming that this has to be like that gochujang seasoned chicken. Now it doesn't say gochujang on there. To me, it tastes like it. The seasoned drumsticks that you can buy and then grill. I'm wondering if that is it. I imagine maybe that's what they did. Like they just used the already made seasoned drumsticks, cooked them there, and so all I got to do is reheat it, which honestly I'm very happy about, because I was worried that these were going to be in here for at least an hour, and luckily I do not have to wait that long. So dinner will actually be ready way faster than expected. And you know what, you guys, I do believe this is the seasoned drumsticks that you can just buy raw out of their meat area and then grill them yourself. These have to be it, because they taste exactly like the ones I had bought before. And I actually really enjoy that seasoning. It's very garlicky tasting to me, but not like super strong though, but you can definitely taste it. Also, I'm still not sure on what kind of sauce that is. Is it ranch? Is it Caesar? I don't even know. I couldn't really get a good taste out of it. Let me know if you guys know what that is. Absolutely getting these again, and if they don't have them in the ready to eat section, I would just buy them raw, grill them yourself, because they are equally as good. And guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Which meal should I try next time? Which meal did you like out of all of these meals? Let me know. Leave me a comment so we can chat. And thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.